Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships for our Friday highlight, which will be in the Tier 6 Tech Tree American Light Cruiser, the Dallas. Excited to feature it here today. I played a game in it last night, trying to do kind of a one-take kind of thing, and getting back in the saddle of Dallas. I'm going to be playing it more in the days to come, just because I want to take a break somewhat from the higher tiers and get some more mid-tier action going on. And we're going to have a good game here in Dallas. So one of the things that's made Dallas really nice is now Dallas is also one of those ships that gets a repair party here in the mid-tier. So that's definitely changed the dynamics of the mid-tier cruisers and helping them out quite generously. You're going to see the hills come into handy. This battle works out really well because you're also going to see us go up against a submarine. You're going to see us go against a charging cruiser, a bold destroyer, dealing with a battleship and an aircraft carrier who makes multiple runs, strikes on us. So this is a really good video, I think, all said and done to show off the skills of Dallas. Tomorrow I'll do an upgrade commander build video on Dallas so you can see what I'm running. I have a 17-point build. I'll go ahead and just give you a taste of it. I'll throw it in the top left corner here for you to take a look at. Now, Dallas is armed, equipped with 152mm guns. They're kind of broken into some different turrets. So there's two turrets that have, they're 2x2, then there's two other turrets that are 2x3. So basically, if I have it correct in my head, you get 10 guns in total. I will correct myself if I said that just wrong right now. I'm doing math on the fly, which doesn't always work so well for the FlimsyLunchTray. So you got a sub here. We're going to talk about the consumables. So we have a lot. We have the 4-kilometer hydroacoustic search spot subs maximum depth at 2 kilometers away. You can see we even have a depth charge plane, which we've also launched out here. So we only get one of those planes. We get a cause flooding. We're shooting the Podvoitsky. We want to get his HP down. I think he's running 6-kilometer torps, if I remember correctly. And then we have the Leipzig. And not only are you going to see me employ high explosive, but we're going to use the armor piercing. So the main battery, and kind of circling back to that here with Dallas, is really good, especially if you catch cruisers up close. Like, we're not getting into citadels yet here, but the AP DPM of Dallas is actually number 4 among all tier 6 cruisers, with our counterpart at number 3 being the Leipzig, which is just right across the way from us as we pick up the Hunter Bounty First Blood achievement. So our AP DPM is 225,000. Our high explosive DPM puts us at 2nd place with 155,000. So this is a deadly little cruiser. Often employs the tactics of where it's more preferable you're utilizing island cover or smoke screens. It's not really like the German cruisers, maybe Russian cruisers, that can kind of more willingly sit out in the open and kind of tank the damage a little bit more. I mean, of course, the heals are helping us now, but I prefer playing off the island. It makes us a little bit more powerful here. I know this Podvoitsky is pretty close, so I'm just kind of waiting. I'm checking the torps here. Yeah, there's a 6-kilometer torps, and there he is. He probably wants to get his torps close. So he gets a little too close to the sun, as it were. And I'm also running through my mind, is he wanting to try to yellow me? And so anytime you're playing a cruiser, if it's smart and wise, if you have the opportunity to get all of your turrets in action, it's most helpful to do so. And I'm also just denying him from having that chance of just running up on us, as we're going to kill him with the fire. And then we're just going to reverse here in case there were any torps coming. We also have our submarine friend out in front of us. He can pick up if there's any torps. And then our team's doing well so far. We've had the lead with about 50 points more. The October Revolution is running from us. I've distinguished it's safe. You can see top grade gunner is in effect because our concealment is 10.4. It's good to okay. There are other tier 6 cruisers who have a better conceal than Dallas, but it's definitely worth working on it. I mean, we've had top grade gunner pretty much active the whole time once we got close enough and engaged with the enemy team. October Revolution has a lot of guns, and as a cruiser, if you can kind of do this swinging action here, you know, we avoided most of that salvo. And I'm like, oh, we're going to burn him out. And he DCPs. And he's not fired, or he's just fired, so he's not reloaded, so I can swing our guns all back out to get into action here as he throws some depth charge planes at us as well. And we secure our third kill there with 45,000 damage. And so speaking of the depth charge planes, we're going to start seeing the CV, the Independence, a tier 6 CV, make his way over towards us here shortly. And so we have a combination of things here when it comes to our AA defense. We have both the fighter planes and the defensive AA consumable here. So, you know, in addition to a normal damage control party, repair party, hydroacoustic search, we also have 2 consumables set just for the AA alone. So we can use them in tandem together. We can use them the opposite of one another as well. So there's several things we can do with the AA there. The AA strength on Dallas among tier 6 cruisers, it places her number 4 in terms of her AA strength. And I popped both the defensive AA and the fighter plane there, and he kind of like ended up flying away. So we could press the P key, that's the default key, to go ahead and shut off our AA. It'll go ahead and reset the defensive AA, so I should have done that. But I end up helping a teammate here in chat who's a little confused about how to whether talk to the team, talk to the enemy, and I also share with him about a div. So you're going to be seeing me help him out in the comments, because I just assume he's probably a newer player who's playing here at tier 6. So myself and someone else will help him out with that. So now Defense A consumable resets. And the reality is, as we go and step on the cap, we are going to draw the attention of the enemy aircraft carrier, and maybe even that Trento and that Orion and the T-61 circle back to the cap to defend it. We'll have to see, which is fine. There's a lot of room we can play with in the cap. So, I mean, I think overall, Dallas, I mean, especially having the heals, if we didn't have heals, we would be... We've used 1 so far. If you don't take Superintendent, you have 2 heals, but with the Superintendent consumable, you get 3 heals. So we've used 1, otherwise we'd be closer to, I think, 15,000 hit points, or maybe a little less, as we're going to scoot this torp a little bit. Always good to try to go in towards the torpedo. Sometimes if you hit them, they haven't armed yet because of their arming distance ratio. And I'm going to toy with him. I don't really want to hit a torp from him as much as I just want to instantly step on the cap here. I want to go ahead and maybe farm some planes here as well. So you can see, for me, not resetting my defensive A fire consumable there, or using both the defensive A consumable and the fighter plane, wasn't wise of us. That would be a critique I would give to myself here. But we are going to utilize them, I think so, alternating back and forth here in just a moment. Other things to kind of talk about with the Dallas here. Yeah, the repair parties definitely help. You know, you like smokes to utilize. You like islands to utilize to fire over with her 10 and 52mm guns. You know, Dallas is a bit of a struggle. Let's say you end up going up against tier 8s. She doesn't bottom tier very well. Your gun range is 14.3, and most ships that are, you know, even cruisers that are up towards tier 8 have like a over 15, 16, 17, 18 even kilometer on the main battery guns. So it forces you to play Dallas a little bit more wisely, whether it's trying to utilize the smokes, it's trying to utilize smoke screens from your teammates, or utilize your ASW skills, and I mean that ASWD, your propulsion, your rudder shift to deploy to help you out here. So like I have propulsion in the 4th slot to help me here. I don't like having the rudder shift on Dallas on the 4th slot, because we don't get the 5th slot, right? Only a tier 6, you don't get that till tier 8. So we're gonna go in towards the strike here, kill the throttle, and he misses us. So you're going to see this CV missing a lot just because we make a couple simple maneuvers. I think the CV player also perhaps maybe he's a new player, or trying to improve his skills. I know I'd be probably among the category of wanting to improve my CV player skills myself, because I don't play them a lot, and if I do, I prefer tier 8 and under. Tier 4, tier 6, so I'm not a weight on my team at the high tiers, but I haven't played CVs and randoms for quite some time now. So we're going to go away from the torps here. We're going to go away from the torps. It gives us more time to avoid them. So as I was saying, overall, I think Dallas is a pretty great ship. She's great at same tier, top tier if you go up and get 5s. Struggles once you start running into the 7s and 8s. You know, you don't want to be in brawling scenarios with Dallas. So I was surprised that Leipzig, I think he gets torps, didn't use any on us, or the cruiser. So, but I'm going to be playing Dallas more, so maybe I have another highlight of the ship. But you know, tier 6 with 4 or 5,000 damage isn't bad overall. I mean, you're going to get less damage, less damage on the table, and we didn't really have any other ships to shoot, but we got to farm some more planes, right? So 3 destroyed, 16 planes shot down, 1 shot down by a fighter, with only 4 fire set with the 78 target hits with the first grade efficiency badge, the bounty hunter, or hunter bounty, and the first blood. So we got to be very effective as a cruiser in supporting our flank, supporting the key area, like really early on in the game, and that's pretty important for cruisers that they have the ability to. We had a nice island we used to our advantage, right? 1693 base XP. So if we had maybe more time to farm, we probably could have 1900 or more ships to shoot at, but that's it is what it is. We took 17,000 damage. Our AP, 18,000 HE, 19,000 fires, and floods were 3,500 because flooding we did to the enemy submarine. You can see the different planes we shot down, just under 500,000 potential damage, and our objective points were 74,000. Getting the cap and preventing the enemy from getting points from their cap was pretty big there here in standard battle. And as premium account, you can see where we landed, all said and done. So I hope you liked this randoms battle today and featuring the Dallas. As I said, tomorrow I'll do an upgrade commander build video on Dallas. I'll show you some different things you can take, and I'll address even like IFHE, which honestly it's not worth taking with the 152s because you only pin 31, you don't cross the 32mm threshold. Otherwise I'd feel a little different about it. So you play a little bit more into the fire starting aspect of Dallas here. So. But if you liked today's video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you're subscribed, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thank you to my Patreon supporters. And until next time, take care.